don't fall over. Hey there, pro tips for paras. We have Tanelle and Sierra, both T6 level complete paraplegics in the midst of a 30-day stretching, mobilization, yoga journey. Challenge ourselves at the beginning of this new year to do something like this, turn our brains back on, so join us. So tools today, we have our chairs. Take a seat on whatever, a yoga ball if you want to challenge yourself and you have the balance to do so. We'll be using a dowel today for a stretch. You can use a broomstick, a shower curtain rod, a hockey stick, golf club, whatever, and pillows. We will work pillows into today's exercise. So Sierra, take it away.
All right, thanks, Tanelle. So we're going to move into some quick breathing because we got a lot to go through today. So we're going to put one hand on our chest, one hand on our stomach. And when we do this, we're thinking about moving just the belly and not the chest. So when we breathe in, just this hand is going to be moving and this hand will not be. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From here, I invite you to close your eyes. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We'll do one more. Inhale.
Shoulders away from your ears.
Exhale. Good. Now from here, let's put our arms down to our sides. We're going to tuck the chin in and look down. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears. And then we're going to come back to center and go up to the ceiling with our eye gaze. Breathing here and exhale back down to center and then tucking the chin in and going down. Feeling that stretch all the way down your neck and possibly through your spine.
Yes.
Exhaling, coming back to center before we go back up to the ceiling. And exhale. Now we're going to do some tilts. So we're going down to the right, ears going to the right shoulder. Left shoulder is nice and away from the ear. Feeling that stretch all down your left side.
Make your left arm go limp.
Yeah, and exhale, coming back to center. Left ear down to the left shoulder. Right shoulder away from those ears. Inhale, and then exhale back to center. We'll do that one more time, going down to the right. Exhale back up. Down to the left. And exhale as we go right, rotating right toward your right shoulder. Shoulders nice and loose. Exhale back to center. Then the left side. Exhale and center. Right. If you need an extra stretch, trying to bring your hands down even further down to the ground. Exhale to center.
I turn my palms forward to get external rotation. Is that wrong?
Nope. And we're returning to center. Good. Next we're going to do some arm circles. So we're bringing both arms out to our sides and just doing little circles forwards. And then as we go, we're going to start getting bigger. I won't be able to go much bigger than that.
Shuffle over.
Bigger circles.
Keep coming.
It's more like that there.
That's fine.
There we go. Nice and big, nice and slow. and then we're gonna stop and then go the opposite way. Starting small and then getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, I went the opposite direction.
That's okay. Good, and then let's go forwards one more time. Breathing through this.
Oh yeah.
And exhale. Especially we've been sitting and hunched over all day.
Oh. I haven't. I went for a walk.
Good. Alright, we're going to do some wrist circles. So we're going to start with our right facing us, and then we're going to draw a circle with those fingertips. As my wrist is going to crack through all of this as we start getting more blood flow. And then switch directions. Notice too, Tanelle and I, my arm is not moving, it's just the wrist.
Wait a second, am I moving my arm?
No, and then switch sides. Going in one direction. Always coming back to face us. And then switching directions. So Tanelle asked for some shoulders today. And without doing neck mobility and wrists, that's kind of neglecting the shoulders because it's all connected. So that is why we are working on a little bit of wrist as well, because our forearms are definitely impacting our shoulder. All right, next we're going to do some IYTW. So what this means is we're going to go up and overhead to create a I.
And I.
And I.
Yeah.
There we go. And then we're going to go out to the side to create a Y. Palms are going to go down to the ground to create that T. And then when we're going to come down to a W, we're squeezing those shoulder blades together like there's a blueberry there, all the way down with the elbows coming to our sides. And then we're going to inhale and go back all the way to the ceiling. Y. Rotating down to T. And then W, palms are facing us. So really think about those shoulder blades squeezing together at that W. So I, Y, T, and W. I, Y, T, and W. Okay, now I'm going to just start going through the motion. We're going to think about some breathing. So inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale.
Could you hear I was breathing wrong?
Yeah. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. All right, now we're going to do some pendulums. So for both of us, we're going to grab our left wheel, leaning over just a bit, and then we're going to create circles with our arm. But notice when we're doing this, it's just nice and light movement. The momentum's coming from a little bit of that wrist. Instead of you throwing it all the way out here, it's just here. And then we're going to switch directions.
I hook my elbow on the back cane to actually hang over.
Good, and then we're going to switch sides. So another option too is you can lean forward and do the same thing. Nice and slow. Remember to breathe here. A lot of people don't normally feel much from this one, but it's really important to get some mobility. Get some blood flow.
Except for me in my
and opposite direction.
Collarbone and my elbow.
Janelle's a little broken.
But this one kind of goes up my tricep tendon.
Oh yeah.
Inside of my bicep.
Interesting.
Like here.
Yeah, you're all kinds of screwed up. All right. Okay, we're gonna do some internal and external rotation. So elbows are up at shoulder height. Palms are facing down, and we're going to rotate towards us, and then come back to center. Now we're going to try and go down towards the ground, trying to get those fingertips down to the ground, keeping those elbows up to shoulder height, returning to center, and then coming back up. So for wheelchair users, this will be really tight coming down, so do as best as you can.
Oh.
The movement is super important, so as long as we're getting even part way down and not all the way down, that's okay.
Try and be mindful of your shoulder position.
Yeah, notice
Falling
shoulders
forward.
and elbows even are nice and aligned at that shoulder height. The elbows are not moving much. They're just
a pivot point.
Yeah. Good word.
It's the word of 2020, isn't it? This is the 2020 shuffle right here.
And up. Good. Let's exhale and go down to center. Okay, let's grab your dowel. So for the dowel exercises, I'm just going to talk Tanelle through them. Okay, so we're going to create a rainbow from your lap, up and overhead, just to there, and then back down to your lap. So she's just going to go to the crown of her head. Keeping those hands as far out as possible. I always recommend further than shoulder width apart. Up, and there you go. That's better. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Okay, we'll do one more. Big inhale, feeling it through the spine, and exhale. Good. Okay, so you're gonna place, yeah, you can start backwards, that works. So a palm is gonna go onto, yeah, there. So your hands are gonna go out to each side, and then you're gonna take your left arm and drive it out to this left side. And you're gonna feel it along your right side.
Oh my god.
Now remember, yeah, you're good. And it's just little motion, so don't try and get it too far. So do you feel that stretch along the right side?
I feel it in my bicep.
Okay, good.
Pulling.
So notice her left arm is a little further away to this side, and her right arm has slid slowly this way. That's kind of what we want, and then we're going to go the opposite direction.
Oh, here.
Yep. So let's go the opposite, the other way now. So left arm is going this way. You're good.
I like wedge it on my tire.
Yeah, that works. Tanelle is going for the full stretch. You don't have to go this far, but this totally works. As long as she's feeling it along the bicep.
The front of my shoulder.
Yep. And then we're going to come this way to do the other side.
Which way?
Left. The left side.
I have to like position myself properly and then hold the bar and then stretch.
Good. Breathing here. And then switching sides back to the right. And then we're going to go in front after this. So go at your own pace here. Sometimes I find it just rocking back and forth, but because Tanelle's planting up on the tire, you can sit here and hold it.
I can't get behind myself enough without tipping over backwards.
Yeah, this works perfect. Feeling that stretch along the bicep.
The front of the humerus, where does this front muscle come from that I can feel?
This one?
No, up.
This one?
Yeah.
Your deltoid?
Further forward.
The anterior deltoid?
That one.
Yeah. Good. That's where we want it. And then we're going to come back to center.
This hard one.
It's also from your chair position, so it'd probably be easier for me because of how my chair is compared to yours.
because you have dump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're nice and long. But I don't have as much arm to have to stretch. Alright, so we're going back to the front, and then from here.
So how do you do that stretch without a dowel or like that ability to go back like that?
So
like, is this when you come against a wall and this one?
So this is
Down
an
here?
internal rotation. So even grabbing band or a stretchy band and just going like this.
Okay.
So this is more of the stretch, but then we're going like this. In our next video, we'll be doing a similar stretch where we can do that stretch laying on a bed. So I'll show you how to do that next.
Okay.
So grabbing the dowel. And all you're going to do is you're placing one hand on the end, like this. Yep, so you're capping off the dowel, and then you're going to push it towards that one, keeping your elbow in.
Elbow in, and I push with this hand.
Yep, against
the
cap.
flat hand. Okay. Oh yeah.
And then making sure there's no gap here. So you're imagining trying to hold like a ball there. Good.
Oh yeah.
Breathing through here.
Remembering to breathe.
And then coming to center. And then we're gonna cap off the left side using your right hand and pushing against that. Keeping that elbow in nice and tight.
Sharp.
Well, don't push so hard.
But I need to do a stretch.
So this one is just external rotation. So you can do this with a band or stretchy pants as well, or a weight on the ground.
But this stretch feels really nice. We're usually trying to power through and build muscle.
Yeah.
And this one is definitely stretching that. Which is healthy.
That's the point.
Oxygen, blood flow.
And then let's go to the other side.
It makes me out of breath back in.
Good. If you struggle keeping that elbow in too, put a piece of paper there or a ball there so you don't drop it.
Balls are good if you can't actually get your elbow all the way to your side.
Yeah.
You have something to
You need like space too. And then other side.
So this one is, I hook my fingers around the end to push. Not like grabbing it.
The other way you can do it is just with your fingers through it. You don't actually have to push into it.
I like this because it gives me like extra resistance.
Yeah, but if your dowel is too long, then just put your fingers through it and then hold it there. Tanelle's like new favorite stretch.
It should be.
Yes,
These are the muscles that are killing.
So passive stretches like this are super important when you can't do all this overhead stuff. Just doing passive range of motion is super important. All right, let's set that one down, and then we're gonna do a couple stretches to finish off. So next one we're doing the overhead lat stretch. So we're tucking the chin in and looking down, and we're just gonna hold this here. Breathing nice and big here. Feeling it all the way up your spine and into your neck. And exhale down to your tailbone. We've been here a couple seconds now, so see if you can go a little further. Relaxing those shoulders. And then we're slowly going to exhale and come back up to center. tucking the chin in and going down to the right armpit now. Making sure this left arm is nice and loose, so I always go to the side here.
It's a good thing you're here to remind me.
Yeah.
Again, I get extra stretch when I externally rotate my thumb and point it outwards with my down hand.
Yeah, that's always good too. You can also think about pushing your hand towards the ground.
Oh, that helps.
This one's super tight for, well, specifically Tanelle and I, from being at a desk all day and wheeling all day and living all day.
Arm day every day.
Taking one more breath here. And exhaling, coming back up to center. And then we're going to go to the left side. So right arm dangling or loose. Tucking the chin in and going to the armpit. Pushing our hand down to the ground if we need. We've been here a couple seconds, so see if you can go further down. And breathing all the way through the spine, up through the neck.
It's funny when other muscles are so tight that you don't get to stretching the ones that are supposed to stretch. And my left eye's watering.
Take one more breath here. And exhaling, coming back to center. Good. Next one we're doing is a post-delt stretch. So we're taking our right arm, going across our body. Long arms. Taking our left hand, going underneath at the elbow and pushing that arm across the body. Shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here, sitting up nice and tall. Again, making sure we feel the stretch in here, if not, readjusting. Sometimes it's helpful to put this elbow that's pushing onto like a table or something to keep you from falling over.
I have mine stuck on my cane.
Perfect. And exhale. Switching sides, left going over to the right, right arm grabbing at the elbow. Going across the body, relaxing those shoulders away from the ears. And then breathing here. One more big breath. And exhale. Releasing that arm. Next one we're going to do is a wrist stretch. So for this one, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to face us. Then we're going to take our left hand and we're going to stretch those fingers towards you. So for some people that is a lot of balance challenge, so I encourage you to go from here on your lap if that's too much of a balance task.
I just scoot my butt forward a little bit and give myself a dump.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can go to your leg or on a table and pushing your fingers towards you. Remembering to get a little bit of that thumb as well.
Oh, are we?
Sometimes
I'm double jointed.
you can do your fingers and then just think about bringing your thumb towards you and not actually doing that. Another option too is if you can be on the ground, putting your hands down into the ground. or against a wall, pushing against the wall. Are you good back there?
No.
I'll just sit here and stretch.
I'm having a time.
So not only is this a wrist stretch, but it's super important to stretch out our forearms. As Tanelle said, arm day every day.
Every transfer, every push,
Because that gets,
every movement.
tension is built up, so we need to release a little bit of that. And then we're gonna,
Walking on your hands all day.
yeah, exhale, do a little bit of wrist circles before we move to the left side. Arms straight out in front or on your lap, on a table, at a wall. Just taking those fingers back towards you. If you want even more of a stretch, try splaying out your fingers a bit and then pushing against them, thinking about driving that thumb towards you. And you should feel it all the way down your forearm. Remember to breathe. And exhale. Good. All right, that's it for me. Are you ready to go into your favorite?
Seated Shavasana. We don't have a name for it
We
yet.
usually do that, yeah.
Did I promise it by the next one? Thanks everybody for joining us on day number 9. Seated stretching, shoulder modality, and yoga. So, the end of our practice, continue your breathing. I am going to put my feet on the ground in front of my foot plate, along with my hands, while I lay over on my belly, onto my knees. Some people would want to put a pillow there for more comfort. You can just put your arms on a tabletop and stretch out that way. Set your intentions for the rest of the week. Thanks for tuning in. If you did like this, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, the bell, the whole 9 yards, and please do comment and let us know what you like and what you would want to see in the future. Thank you.